What's up, guys? Welcome back to our Z-Roll. We're really excited to be back with you guys, and today we are talking about the Paradise Pier Hotel. We're going to give you our review of it, what we liked, what we didn't like, and everything in between. So, take a look.
So we're going to start off the review with things that we loved about the hotel, and the first one was just the location. It was so nice being close to the park. We got so spoiled with that because it was our first time ever staying at a Disneyland resort hotel. We usually are just at the Good Neighbor ones across the street, so it was so nice just walking down through downtown Disney right into there, and then also walking on our way back. There's a shorter route through. You can go through the Grand California hotel if you're in the California Adventure. So the location was awesome. Like, it was just nice because your feet are so tired and you're just exhausted with doing so much walking in the park. So having short distances from getting back to your hotel from the park was key. A good vacation.
We actually have a video that talks about just the Good Neighbor Hotel versus Disneyland Resort Hotel, and we'll link that above and below. But that was one of the things we talked about in that was just location.
Right.
And actually living it out is so true. Another thing that we talked about was just like just the atmosphere, like the bubble that you're in, I guess, as far as Disney goes.
Disney bubble.
And because of that location, because you're never leaving the park, you feel like you're so just immersed in Disney.
Right.
It's insane. To the point where we took, I think it was the third day, we took a monorail ride back to downtown Disney, and when you do that, you go outside the park, and then you can see the view of the streets. You can see the Good Neighbor hotels. You can see outside of Disney walls, right?
Yeah.
And we looked at each other. We're like, that's the real world.
And it was in this little bubble.
It was so weird because honestly, I don't know. It's hard to explain unless you've, I guess, lived that. But it was so weird that we were so in this whole world that we almost just forgot about the outside. Where I know that sounds really stupid and lame, but it was like that. And I feel like we were talking about it. It made the Disney vacation last longer.
Right.
Because we were so immersed in it. It was just we were at Disneyland. And the whole time we were at Disneyland. And we never left Disneyland.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that is something we really enjoyed.
And I never thought about this before. I think that's why we really love Disney Cruise Line, because you're always in that. So, the customer service, the cast members. So we had that as well at the hotel with, people welcoming us when we come back. And, so it was really...
Yeah.
It really made the vacation
down to the
sweet.
water and things like that. There would be Mickey shaped fruit in the water, and everything
the
about it
details.
when you walked back, it was just you're still in Disney, and it was remarkable.
Yeah. When we first arrived there and got off the bus, I remember a cast member gave me a high five. He had a Mickey glove on. And it's just so it's just that feeling the whole time. So it really made it special.
Yeah. All right. And the second thing that we really liked was the pool. I mean, we've stayed at is the Good Neighbor hotels, and their pools are always okay and they're nice and everything. But, this is, again, a step up, and it has just the Disney feel. It had a water slide, had a nice hot tub, just a nice environment. The pool was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was really clean.
Yeah. It was, really relaxing, too. Usually I feel like you're always really crowded, and I think it was lower crowd levels when we were there, but still it was, it was just really relaxing in the middle of the day. We just went and laid out by the pool, in the hot tub. There's areas where you would just have nobody by you. It was kind of empty, which in a way was kind of weird. I was like, is this normal? But it was kind of quiet.
Yeah.
So
it was quiet. And then there's actually times where they actually will bring out a huge projection screen, and there'll be times where there'll be movies that will be playing for kids. They actually bounce back between the Disneyland Hotel and the Paradise Pier Hotel. And you can bounce back and forth from there and watch a movie there. And then you can also watch the fireworks as well from the pool area. And they actually have the music from the fireworks that will play inside the pool area, which is really cool too. Actually, in your room as well, they do the same thing.
Yeah.
So you can actually hear, if you can if you see the fireworks, if you have a view to see the fireworks, you can do that and hear the firework songs or music.
Yeah.
So.
And that was really cool. You'll have a channel on your TV for, like, it'll give you, like, the hours of the parks or what's kind of going on today. But then there's another channel of the World of Color.
Yeah.
So you can hear the music from that, too.
Yeah. So I guess we should move on to number 3 is just the rooms.
Yeah.
Because, like, great transition.
I know.
And
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, it's good. But, I mean, the rooms are very spacious.
They were big.
Really
I was
big.
shocked. Yeah.
Where, like, she would be doing school. She had some school projects to do. I was able to do some editing. But it was just fun. We were able to spread out.
Yeah. And stuff along the couch.
Yeah.
And somebody here is not a very tidy person when we travel and just likes to lay everything out. But there was room.
I like to see it all. Like, just to have my options out. But we brought a lot of vlogging gear to, you know, be able to show off, like, our view and things like that. And having things, like, every outlet was used for charging cameras and everything else. So it was nice. It was nice to have that extra room.
It was.
Especially if you do have other people that go along with you, just know that these rooms are very spacious. Like, it was just us two.
Right.
But they made a mistake. When we first got in there, we were supposed to have a king bed, and we ended up having 2 queens.
Right.
But that room was very spacious as well.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, this is a great family size.
Yeah. So if you have, like,
room.
4 going to be in one, if you have, like, because the couch is a pull-out, and you have, like, 2 kids in there, I feel like you definitely would have a lot of room for everybody's luggage and stuff.
Yeah, even if you had the king bed, that couch still pulls out.
Yeah.
So then, I mean, technically you can still, you know, have your king bed, and then if you had 1 kid or 2, they can sleep on the couch too, if you wanted to go that route.
Right.
But the 2 queens are still really spacious.
Yeah.
As well. And then they had, like, the really cool H2O products, which is the same as the Disney cruise.
We love those.
We love those. And they had body wash.
Yeah, that was a new one. Usually it's just like the little bar soaps that we've seen.
Yeah,
so,
at the Disney cruise at least. And
so
they had body wash, which
shampoo,
I've been actually
conditioner,
using
body wash.
that back at home the last couple days.
Have you?
Yeah, it's been really nice. I was out of body wash and I was like, oh, I'll just take this little guy.
A little back.
And it just makes me want to go back already.
I know.
So.
And then.
Moment of silence.
Another thing we really loved was the gift shop. It was actually a really nice gift shop. We hit it up the first day we were there, and then actually on the last day before our tram came to pick us up to go to the airport, we were like, this is a great gift shop, because we saw, like, all the merch in the park, and I was shocked they had, like, a good selection of hats and ears and stuff for kids, and so their gift shop was on point, I'd have to say.
Yeah, definitely.
So going into another thing we loved about it was, and you already mentioned it, was the view in our room.
Yeah.
Was amazing.
Insane.
Oh my gosh, that was
insane. I'm still tripping out on
We
that.
talked about it every day, I think, because we kind of splurged a little bit to get a park view.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, should we do it? Because we're already staying in a resort. But every day we were like, I'm so glad we got a view. I'm so glad we got a view.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad we got this view? Like, because it was
and
a
that's
highlight.
probably why you saw so much time lapse and things like that. Because we had the tripod set up, and it just, like, making sure that I was getting, like the morning and the sunset and the sunrise. And it was crazy because the first night we went to bed really early.
Yeah.
We were just exhausted from travel and stuff. But, like, I woke up because fireworks are happening.
Yeah.
Because that first night we had everything open. Like, and the fireworks are going off, and I woke up. I'm like, we're in Disneyland.
Yeah.
There's fireworks, right? Like, you can see it. I turned on the channel of the TV and heard the music. I'm like, this is nuts.
Yeah.
It was great.
Like the Grand California, you're right in the park, so you can see and have a great view as well. But the cool thing that's different about the Paradise Pier is it's higher. Like, we were overseeing, like, we could see the Grand. And so we could see all the way in Disneyland, which you can't.
So I would argue because we've seen pictures and she's actually been. I've never been to Grand California, but I would argue that it actually is the best of the view of both the hotels.
I guess it depends on how you look at it.
It does. But if you want to see, like, a broad, like, overview,
then yes.
Then yes, because you saw all of California Adventure. You saw all the way, like, all the way into Disneyland. You saw all the way.
You could see Galaxy's Edge.
You saw all the way into Mission Breakout. Like, you saw everything. Yeah. And that was cool because Grand California, like, again, you're seeing into the park. Like, it's more of an in view, which is awesome. They're both great views, but this was cool.
It was. Yeah.
All right, so moving on from the room, because, again, it was pretty awesome. I would say that the concierge level was on point. That was another thing that we we're deciding if we wanted to if we wanted to pay a little bit more to get the premium view, the park view, and then also the concierge. I'm very glad we did.
Yeah.
I think especially I don't think I know, especially if you have kids, this is just the way to go, because you're able to get that edge off for free. I mean, you pay for it, but it's better than going into the park and, getting the edge off, buying a $7 pickle. And we ended up doing that, of course. But, like, we didn't do as much of that, I should say.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking we only did breakfast in the park one time.
Yeah, that's true.
So every morning we had breakfast in there. It was all really good. We had our coffee. So, because we only did Starbucks and, like, breakfast one time in the park, because every morning we had it.
So they had breakfast.
Yeah.
Then they had snack time.
Which you could eat lunch. They had stuff for sandwiches, they call it snack.
It said snack, and it had quotations on it. It said snack because it's more than snacks. They had snack time. And then they had a appetizer time, which is like before dinner. Yeah. So we would do that before dinners.
Yeah.
To kind of get the edge off, because, you walk there, you go through the park, and it takes time to get to dinner. And then they had dessert.
And drinks.
Yeah. And so the menu was changing all day.
4 times a day.
4 times a day.
Yeah. And then the menu would be different for, like, it wouldn't be the same snacks every day. They would rotate different stuff. So it was cool.
And then also they had unlimited drinks. So they had, like, the Coke, the Sprite, the juice, water, tea, coffee bar. They had wine and beer. They had everything you'd want as far as all the drinks, and it was all free. So definitely recommend that. We really loved that. We enjoyed that, and we took full advantage of that. Somebody wanted to say hi.
Hi.
You want to tell him that you just turned 4?
I just turned 4.
Yeah, we just celebrated his 4th birthday last week.
We did. So we're going to move on just to the few little cons of what we noticed of the Paradise Pier. And the first one is it needs a little updated. So it's not, like, dirty or anything or falling apart by any means. Like, Disney upkeeps everything really well. But it just seems a little, like, behind the times on some things. But you can tell, like, I think the Pixar is going to be in the works for that in the future by seeing some of the art that they're changing. And if you guys saw the Pixar, the pillows in the room. So they're adding, like, a few little details there. But just, I don't know, like we never ate there, but the PCH grill, when we looked in it, like, just even some, like, the colors and stuff, it's kind of 90s. And you noticed a few things that were kind of worn.
Yeah, I mean, there was, like, again, it was very clean. Everything was clean.
Right.
But there was, like, things that were, like, chipped off. There was, like, parts in the wall, like, parts of the walls where the paint was chipping, and, like, some of the baseboards are chipping, and it just wasn't, like, the Disney way.
Right.
Like, especially, like, if you cruise with Disney or you do anything with Disney, they upkeep. I mean, we're in Toontown on this trip, and this guy was painting something in Toontown. So I mean, it just, like, it literally just, like, something was off, and I think it was just because that.
There might be an update coming soon.
There's probably they only have so much of a budget, because they know that why replace all this stuff if we're going to be doing a refresh, and that's what I feel like it has to be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know of anything down the pipeline or things like that, but
we don't.
I just feel like that's why.
Yeah. And with, the whole new Pixar Pier, it's like there is no Paradise Pier anymore, so it is kind of weird to have a whole, like, resort called that when it doesn't, like, coincide with their park. So I just feel like they're probably going to update that. So.
Yeah, totally. And there was, like, the just, like, the pictures of Pixar stuff in there. It just had some of that. Those, like, almost like those Easter egg hints, I guess, of what's to come. So I guess that was kind of weird. We looked past it pretty fast.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed ourselves. Because, I mean, the rooms were very nice. The rooms were upkept well.
Right.
It was just when you're using the elevators and walking around some places, you're just kind of like, oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But
just, you can tell, ready for a little update.
Yeah. All right, so the next thing is the elevators. Now, the elevators were kind of cool at first, and actually, we'll show you actually how they worked right now.
We're going back to the park, but before we do, I wanted to show you guys how the elevators work here. Super cool. So you just put in your destination of what floor you want. So we're going to go to the lobby, and then when you push it, it'll take you to a certain elevator. So we go to A. So it's really cool because they're really fast. And then when you get inside, I'll show you guys. It'll show like where it's going to be going next. So you're not like waiting around and going to different levels. So as you see, there's no buttons to push in here as far as picking a floor. And then right here, it'll just show you, it goes straight to the lobby.
Okay, so they were cool and we
Yeah.
enjoyed them, but there was some definite issues within that time.
Yeah.
Where like there was a time where we were stuck for about 10 minutes in the lobby trying to get back up, and there was a crowd. So many people waiting, and people are frustrated. Like, you guys need to fix these elevators, and you can just tell the cast members have heard this millions of times, because I think the system doesn't work very well when it gets overcrowded.
Right.
Like when people start coming in at the same time, the elevators don't work very well.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but it was like
getting confused.
Yeah.
Which level it was at and everything from how you operate it.
Yeah, and then because it's not like you can just hop in any elevator. You have a specific one you have to go to for your floor. So it was like telling everybody to go to the one elevator, and like the other ones weren't working, and then everybody was really crowded, and then it wasn't going to the right floors, and we're like, what's going on?
Yeah, it was just like, what is going on? Like, and we were like trying to like it was funny. It was funny because, what was funny about this is because we made a mistake of going down. So like we were already at like, I think we were at the pool, and we were at the pool. We had our swimming suits on, and we were just, all we needed to go up to our floor. Yeah. But we made a mistake. We went in the wrong elevator, and we were about to go out. But like, whatever, we'll just ride it down and go back up. Yeah. And then we just got stuck down there
for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was kind of lame.
So another thing that was kind of a little disappointing, but it wasn't like a huge bummer, was just there wasn't a lot of characters within the hotel. I know I think it's the PCH Grill, they do have like characters there, and it's a character dining. We didn't do that, but I did see them in there. But just like within the lobby and stuff, I thought because it's a Disney resort, they would have them out more to take pictures and stuff. But we didn't see any characters. No. So
yeah, and it was crazy because we went actually to the Disneyland Hotel just to kind of look around and check it out for a future visit. Mm-hmm. And right when we were in there, like the first 3 seconds, there was like 2 characters we saw just walking
Goofy
around.
Goofy was in the lobby and stuff. Yeah. But I know you do pay for what you get, and the Paradise Pier is one of the cheapest of the Disney resorts, which is a cool benefit, but I don't know if that has anything to do with it, so. Yeah.
And then also, like, as far as kids go, like, there just wasn't as many activities as I would like to see for the kids. They had, like, this little, like, sand castle room that was really cool. Mm-hmm. And so the kids can, like, watch some movies and things like that, but it was kind of small. Yeah. And then they had, the character dining, the PCH grill. And then they had the movie at the pool and things like that, but that was kind of about it. It seemed like when we went to the Disneyland Hotel, there was just a lot more going on as far as kids. Mm-hmm. So that was something that I would like to see more. Again, hopefully when they refresh things, there'll be some more of that kind of going on if they refresh things.
Yeah, family kid friendly feel in there. Yeah, right.
Okay, well, this kind of brings it to the last thing we want to talk about in this review, and that is, Lacey, if we didn't have that view, would you still want to stay at Paradise Pier?
Yes and no. I would choose to stay there over like a Good Neighbor hotel, because it's a Disneyland resort and we share with everything that comes along with that. But if we didn't have the view, I probably would be like, no. The view made it. Sorry.
Yeah, the view is amazing. Like, and this is my thing. Okay. I would stay at the Paradise Pier again, especially if they refresh it, for sure. Yeah. I would stay at it again, but I would have to have the concierge level, and I would have to have that view. Mm-hmm. I think if I couldn't have those things, or it didn't work out, or they were booked or whatever, I would then go to because I would rather stay there than Good Neighbor. But I think I would rather go to the Disneyland Hotel and just get the weirdest, nastiest view possible, and not even concierge level, but be there, because I think that hotel is so much better. Yeah. I think that's where I would go. Mm-hmm. So that's the bottom line is the view really made the entire experience for us. Yeah. Because if we had a garage, like a parking garage view, I think this whole review would be different, because we would look at everything in a little bit of a negative light, I think.
Yeah.
But because of that view and the spacious room is just on point, everything didn't seem that bad. We just looked past it, like, oh, it's not a big deal.
Right.
And and this is such a first world problem here, because it was an amazing thing.
It was.
Amazing customer service, amazing food. It was very clean. Everything was awesome. It was just older. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But it was, cheaper than the other two, so that was good.
Right.
But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And if you have more questions or things you want answered, let us know below, because there's a lot of things that we didn't talk about. Like there was free movie rentals, there was a rent-a-car place, there was the fuel rod refuel area, there's a lot of different things in the hotel that were just awesome that we didn't have time to talk about. So if you have questions, please let us know. We'd love to answer those. But you guys have an amazing week. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you so much for following us. And again, have a great week, guys.
See ya.
This is so good. By the way, I don't like creamer in my coffee, but this is Starbucks pumpkin spice creamer. Highly recommend.